Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew and I am a student in INTS 249 Digital Literacy. In this course, we have been instructed to create a series of 7 vlogs and upload them to YouTube in order to demonstrate our understanding of different readings and assignments that we've been tasked with for this course. In this lesson, lesson 3, we've been instructed to review the last 2 lessons that have been set forth thus far and touch base on vlogs 1 and 2. Vlog 1 competencies being jump cuts and editing, and vlog 2's competencies being screen sharing, mirroring, and critical thinking based on the readings for that week. So without further ado, I hope that you enjoy this video and let's get into the vlog. So first and foremost, this week has no new competencies that we are expected to demonstrate. We were rather instructed to go back and think critically as to our last 2 vlogs, what we would change, and to really look into them in order to set the scene for the last 4 vlogs that we will be completing for this class. So weeks 5 and 6 comprise lesson 3 and vlog 3. In the last 2 weeks of the course, we have been looking at personalization and recommendation engines, different modes by which websites, streaming sites, and interactive websites gain data from their users in order to formulate a better understanding of the digital individual that we learned about in week 1. So to go over the 3 readings that we've talked about. So Like Economy discusses this concept of attributing value to hovers, clicks, and likes, as well as shares on different social media forums and streaming sites in order to gain a better understanding of 1, the user, and 2, how the user's money is being spent, or ways in which to advertise to that user across the span of their time online. Every click, every hover, every like, as we discussed last week, adds to a user's profile and allows for tracking across the internet or the web. So there's a subsequent data exchange that we may or may not be trying to buy into, and as a result, we are creating this digital self, as we talked about last week. Referring back to last week, the ability to limit this tracking is difficult, but not impossible. Cookies are definitely a blockable feature of the internet, and we can additionally take efforts to lessen our likes online, lessen our shares, create a critical framework as to our engagement with other people, but also, and more importantly, organizations, companies, and sites that have a potential for exploiting our likes and usages for advertisement. It's not a system that we can completely disassociate ourselves from, but in the end, we do have the ability to limit ourselves, and the best way to do so is via restriction of our social media accounts, privatization of our social media accounts, taking tips from the data detox toolkit that we talked about last week and really applying them to every aspect of our online experience. Moving on to our second reading, Recommendation Systems as Technologies of Self from 2012. This concept of recommendation systems becoming a mode by which personal transformation can occur poses a question as to their influence on the overall culture of those people using them. So in other words, this idea that recommendations can influence what we consume as viewers, as listeners, and as buyers. There's a question that's raised as to if a recommendation system is providing advertisement for a specific video on Netflix, for example, or YouTube, to what extent are they able to influence our personal being as well as our overall society, the society and culture of that specific website. Can be leveraged by recommendation systems. The reading recommendation systems as a tech of self brings up this idea of intimate companions, algorithms knowing the deepest aspect of ourselves, everything we watch from YouTube videos, funny cat videos, all the way to the Instagram posts that we hover over a little bit longer than we maybe should, the type of people that we're attracted to, the things that we like to spend our money on. These intimate companions, as they are quoted in the reading, really begin to know and become an expert in each user and develop an influence over that user in the way that they're able to push different things towards different people at different times based on what they think will be consumed, but also what they think will be more prolific moneymakers than others. The Netflix Prize talks about this incentivized overhaul in the recommendation algorithm of Netflix. There was almost like a game show level competition between different programmers to develop the best possible algorithm. The team or person that won this competition was to be provided a sum of money in order to entice the overall competition. An interesting aspect of this case study was a user named or titled in the reading as user 305344. Well, they went through Netflix and liked, commented, rated 17,000 different titles. It challenges the algorithm in a way that it creates outliers, and the concept of an outlier can profusely skew which direction engagement with a video or a title on Netflix is projected or promoted to other individuals on the platform. So this was an interesting outlier to the system and the algorithm in that it messed with the way that Netflix had formulated its algorithm at the time. At that point in time, it was a 5-star system, I believe. So this individual went through, and whether or not they viewed the titles is unknown, but 17,000 titles is a difficult feat to accomplish. So the assumption is that they were going through and rating things that they hadn't seen, and essentially had the ability to create a rather large outlier in the system of recommendations on Netflix. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, a like, and be tracked across the internet because of it. I very much appreciate you, and I will see you next week for our vlog 4. My name is Drew Smith, and this has been a vlog for INTS 249, Digital Literacy. Have a good one.